As video game developers strive to push technological boundaries and create unprecedented digital experiences, games have grown in both size and complexity. Consequently, even casual gamers may require months of on and off play to reach a game's end credits. And some titles can offer well over 100 hours of unique content to experience. To highlight the most time-consuming games out there, we have compiled a list of 15 titles that demand an insane amount of time and dedication to complete. Whether you're a seasoned gamer or just starting out, these games are sure to test your endurance and leave you with unforgettable memories.
Check this out!
Yakuza, Like a Dragon. Upon discovering that the 7th installment of the Yakuza series would take on the form of an RPG, fans were met with mixed feelings. The series was known for its engaging combat mechanics, which didn't seem to need any revamping. Despite this, Yakuza Like a Dragon successfully introduced a new protagonist and various gameplay systems. This addition to the series was well received, offering an excellent gaming experience that could take players hours to complete.
How's your problem?
Radiata Stories. Back in 2005, Tri-Ace and Square Enix joined forces to release a new IP called Radiata Stories. Although the game wasn't particularly well received, it introduced groundbreaking ideas that took years to be implemented in other open-world games. For instance, Radiata Stories was one of the first games to feature a dynamic day and night system, as well as persistent schedules for all of its characters. One aspect that made Radiata Stories stand out was the ability to recruit NPCs to join the player's party. In total, players could recruit 176 NPCs by completing side quests and reaching certain points in the game's story. This recruitment feature added an exciting level of depth and complexity to the game, which was rare for other titles of this time. If you only focus on the main story, then the journey will be of average length. However, if you want to complete everything that the game has to offer, you'll need to spend an average of 108 hours. Elden Ring. Since its release in early 2022, Elden Ring has become a massive hit. Developed by From Software in collaboration with the legendary Hidetaka Miyazaki and acclaimed author George R.R. Martin, the game is a true RPG gem. Like many games in the genre, Elden Ring prides itself on its challenging gameplay, and the time it takes to complete can vary greatly from player to player. Based on HowLongToBeat.com, on average, the story campaign takes around 55.5 hours to complete. But those who aim for 100% completion can expect to spend past 100 hours playing this masterpiece. Completing the story unlocks New Game Plus, which offers even more playtime. While it may seem like a long time to focus on one game, the areas, the bosses, and the weapons in Elden Ring are well worth the grind. Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3 FES. Persona 3 was the first game in the series to depart from its traditional roots and experiment with that popular social link feature, which later became a staple in Persona 4 and 5. For most players, Persona 3 offers around 80 hours of gameplay, with completionists requiring even longer to go back and experience everything the game has to offer. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The Assassin's Creed franchise is known for its time-traveling adventures to different historical periods, though some fans argue that the series should focus more on the assassins themselves. Nonetheless, the variety in settings is something many players enjoy. Assassin's Creed Valhalla takes players on a journey to the Viking Age, providing a gritty and intense experience. The main story alone will take around 60 hours to complete, but completionists will find themselves investing much more time. While the pirate-themed Black Flag was also successful, Valhalla offers an even longer and more content-packed adventure. Despite the length, the story delivers a satisfying conclusion that makes it all worthwhile.
Following a wolf.
Divinity Original Sin 2. Divinity Original Sin 2 has earned its place as the highest rated RPG of all time on Metacritic, and it's easy to see why. This tactical RPG has exceeded expectations on PC, consoles, and even iOS. While the main story can take anywhere from 40 to 70 hours to complete, achieving 100% completion requires multiple playthroughs that can add up to hundreds of hours. The game's multiple endings add an extra layer of replayability, with each playthrough providing a unique experience depending on the player's choices and strategies. Divinity Original Sin 2 never feels tedious and offers immense satisfaction with every different ending. It's no wonder the game has become a favorite among RPG fans.
Damn, they've made it to shore.
Star Ocean: The Last Hope. Star Ocean: The Last Hope is a title that many gamers don't hold in high regard. While its battle system is fantastic, the story may require some getting used to, and the characters aren't particularly beloved. However, those who dive into the fourth Star Ocean installment will discover themselves captivated for hours on end. The game offers an abundance of content at every turn, leaving players with a wealth of activities to undertake. Completing the main story won't necessarily take an excessive amount of time, but it's the plethora of side content that adds substantial hours to the game's runtime. Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley, the farming simulation RPG, has surpassed all expectations for an indie game. Since its release in 2016, players have invested countless hours into this game, each with their own unique approach and priorities. Despite having main objectives and storylines that progress with the player's choices, Stardew Valley has no end in sight. It takes multiple in-game years and seasons to reach certain events and landmarks, but the game never becomes stale. There's always something new to unlock, whether it's a tool, an area, or a character to interact with. Players can choose to focus on their farm, explore the town, or simply relax and enjoy the game's peaceful atmosphere. No matter what playstyle you choose, Stardew Valley is a game that's worth investing hundreds of hours into. It has been 3 years since I last played this game, and I noticed that I had clocked in roughly 104 hours before I stopped. Despite the extensive time investment, I still didn't manage to make it halfway through the game. Hey, don't judge. Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate. The Musou genre has gained immense popularity, so much so that crossover games now exist solely between different Musou franchises. The Warriors Orochi series is a prime example, combining the Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors franchises into a single game. In the latest Warriors Orochi installments, players can create teams of 3 characters featuring both Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors favorites. The base Warriors Orochi 4 game offers a staggering 170 characters to choose from, including deities such as Zeus and Athena from different pantheons. The Ultimate Update adds even more new characters, bringing the total to an impressive 177. Etrian Odyssey Nexus. The Etrian Odyssey series for DS and 3DS is well known for featuring some of the longest games on the consoles. These dungeon-crawling JRPGs offer immense character building choices and depth, along with just the right amount of dungeons and monsters to test your party building skills. Each entry in the series typically lasts over 50 hours for just the main story alone. However, Etrian Odyssey Nexus takes the cake with an average completion time of nearly 70 hours. As the culmination of the entire franchise, Nexus features dungeons and characters from all of the previous games, resulting in an extensive playtime required to experience it all.
Details. What happened, and how can I help?
The Witcher 3.
I don't work for
CD
free.
Projekt Red's The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is a timeless masterpiece that remains a fan favorite. Released in 2015, the game offers a perfect blend of thrilling gameplay, immersive storylines, and memorable characters. To fully complete the main campaign, it can take upward of 50 hours of gameplay. But for completionists, exploring every inch of the world and taking on various DLCs could result in around 200 hours of gameplay. Despite its length, The Witcher 3 never feels like a tedious task. The player is not forced to explore every corner of the game, yet they find themselves engrossed in its world, always eager for more.
Dresses in black and white, riding in from Willoughby. And,
Fire Emblem: Three Houses. Fire Emblem series has earned its reputation as a legendary strategy JRPG franchise that continues to evolve with each new entry. Fire Emblem: Three Houses, released on 2019, is an exceptional game thanks in part of the vast amount of content it offers. Players who aim to experience everything Three Houses has to offer are in for a substantial time commitment. The game doesn't hold back, and completing all of its content requires
We gained a
clocking in
victory
a
because of your
significant
great
number of
leadership.
hours.
We certainly did. We all tried our best.
Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Originally released on the PSP in 2008, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite is an expanded version of Monster Hunter Freedom 2. The game features additional monsters, weapons, and a host of extra features that earned its positive reviews upon release, ultimately cementing its status as one of the best Monster Hunter games of all time. However, the additional content also increased the game's length, making it the longest entry in the series. While it may not be the most popular title in the series, it offers a wealth of content for players to explore and enjoy. Nowadays, fans can even play the game on their mobile devices.
Of mankind ends now.
Genshin Impact. A cross-platform game playable on mobile, PS4, PS5, and PC. In just 2 years, Genshin Impact has managed to take the gaming world by storm, becoming one of the most popular free-to-play games out there. It boasts a vast and constantly updated open world to explore, a cast of cool anime-inspired characters to unlock, and a fun battle system, making it one of the best JRPGs in recent memory. However, it's also gained a reputation of being one of the longest games out there. The game has received numerous updates, expanding both the story and the world. And the upcoming Sumeru 3.0 update promises to make it even longer, with new high-ranking weapons for users to discover. So if you're looking for a game to invest your time into, Genshin Impact may just be the one for you. Mobius Final Fantasy. This Final Fantasy title was an ambitious entry in the franchise, as Square Enix attempted to bring the console gaming experience to mobile device. Although the game received a port to Microsoft Windows, its server was ultimately shut down in 2020. During its 5 years of active life, the game saw significant expansions that made it one of the longest Final Fantasy titles ever. Although it is no longer accessible to play, this game stands out for attempting to accomplish what no other title in the franchise could. Ultimately, it claimed the title of the longest JRPG and provided gamers of all styles with a challenging experience to conquer.
Such dying.
Look at the poor.
And that concludes our video. What are your thoughts on this list? Do you have enough time to play all of these games? While there may be other games that could be included, I didn't want this video to run too long. I like the irony.
Or Yakuza.
I'm artistic that way.
Yeah.
Joking aside, please let me know some of your choices for the longest games of all time. I promise I'll do a video about it in the future. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you in the next
You've been
one.
a naughty boy.